on, everybody? We're here at UMIX off the expressway here in Brownsville. We're gonna do an interview with Hilda Ledezma, and come down here, check it out, and hopefully you enjoy the interview. It's gonna be great. And come on by and check out the place. Thank you. One of them. See, I think one of them was
De todas las frutas que tenía ahí.
What was the yogurt? What flavor?
Strawberry and a little bit of strawberry because I think you had
Strawberry?
yeah, and there was more vanilla.
I got the pomegranate and raspberry. Really good.
Oh yeah, it's super good. Last time you got the watermelon.
The watermelon.
And that's actually dairy free. Like people that are lactose intolerant, that's pretty much. I recommend those. They're called sorbets, but they're very
Sorbets?
Sorbet, yeah. Very good. Very delicious.
Yeah, it's really, really
The
delicious.
flavor is very, very good. They're very rich in flavor and they actually don't have that many calories.
Actually, the pomegranate is also the same thing, right?
Yes, pomegranate raspberry. And people come here that are diabetics. We have sugar-free options. So that's helpful for everybody. A little bit for everybody.
This is really good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you ready?
Ready.
Hi, what's everybody doing tonight? This is Gabriel. I'm going to be doing a quick interview here with our friend Hilda Ledezma. Talk a little bit about her life, her involvement with the community, with the danza. I know you're very into the danza, and I want to know a little bit more about that. I want people to know what danza is about, and how you got involved. And it's been many years. I know you've been into danza many years.
We have. Thank you so much, Gabriel. This is a great opportunity. I want to thank your audience. Muchas gracias a la audiencia por esta oportunidad. Y qué bueno que hablas de la danza, porque ves que acabo de llegar, ves que estoy toda colorada porque estábamos danzando ahorita. Mira, estamos promoviendo la cultura de muchas maneras. Para mí es bien importante la danza porque soy parte de un grupo conchero. Originalmente, pues ellos tienen la palabra en México, ¿verdad? Pero tenemos una extensión aquí que se está formando, que ahí vamos, estamos practicando, estamos aprendiendo la danza y es bien importante tener los componentes de la danza. Bien contentos porque acabamos de conseguir 2 hueves. Los hueves son los tambores, ¿verdad? Que usamos, los ayoyotes, ¿verdad? Que nos trajo Mendoza. Estamos bien contentos con empezar con esos artículos bien importantes. So it's very important that you have those components of the danza. Like I was mentioning, the drums, ayoyotes. So it's really neat. It's really neat to be able to promote culture and also live it and also practice it. So for me, it's very important that we do that, right?
If somebody's interested and they want to look you up or want to be part of it, where can they go? To look for you, get involved.
Yes, we have the Carlotta Petrina Cultural Center here in Brownsville. The Carlotta Petrina is located in the downtown area on Madison and 15th Street. So we do a lot of things for the community there. Dance, of course, is very important, something that is dear to my heart, and I personally do that. But at the same time, there's other things that happen here at Carlotta Petrina. So, we've known each other for quite some time, and it's very neat to be able to sit down and talk about, the extent that we've accomplished in these almost 10 years, Gabriel. Ya tenemos casi 10 años en Carlotta Petrina, y pues me gustaría compartirles un poquito de la historia, ¿verdad? Todo pasa, es un proceso. So it's a process, right? So we started 10 years ago. I inherited that building from my godmother. So mi madrina era...
I wasn't aware of that.
Sí, mira, mi madrina era la nuera de Carlotta Petrina. So the building itself outside says Carlotta Petrina. Entonces, she was her daughter-in-law. So she inherits that building. After a while, of course, we're not eternal, ¿verdad? No estamos eternos en este mundo, y se preparó ella para que ese edificio se siguiera usando para la comunidad. So she wanted to make sure that the community really embraced that building as part of the community, a place where people would come together and do more of art, ¿verdad? Porque pues su suegra, Carlotta Petrina, was an artist, so she wanted the art to continue. So she brings me on board, and I bring in what I love to do as well, which is music, which is dance, which is culture. So in that, we talked about a cultural center.
Yes.
So de ahí sale la idea de convertir Carlotta Petrina en un centro cultural. So we turned it into a cultural center. Very challenging 10 years ago, you know, to get it started, to make sure that we had the money to get it going. Everything, unfortunately, requires funding.
Yes.
But with the support of a lot of people and the people in the community, we were able to get it started. 10 years now. Now we have 215 kids in our programs, right? Okay, so that starts off with starting with guitar classes and piano classes. So now we're also including violin, cello, piano, dance. They're dancing ballet, they're dancing folklorico, they're dancing flamenco. We're doing danza, like I mentioned right now. And so that's not all. We got the whole community involved. Their parents are involved. Their grandparents are involved. And the whole día to support their family. So ya se volvió una comunidad que tiene mucho enfoque en el arte, en la música, en la danza. So for us, it's very important that we continue that. So the kid is not only learning the skill, they're also coming together as a unit with the family, and the family is celebrating culture together. So para nosotros es bien importante que sea un proyecto de familia. So mientras que el niño está aprendiendo a tocar un instrumento, los papás están bailando, están pintando, están leyendo. Entonces para eso nosotros es muy importante que sea muy único, that it's holistic, that it's inclusive, ¿verdad? Tiene que ser inclusivo, porque toda familia no es la familia estructurada a cierto modo. Todos somos diferentes. La familia es muy especial, entonces queremos celebrar esa especialidad de la familia. So for us, it's very important to celebrate that, you know, and that's what makes it very awesome and unique. So when people tell me, you know, do you enjoy what you do? Of course I do. It is a lot of work,
Yes.
but it's very much worth it.
See, I've noticed. I mean, I've always known that the building was there. Carlotta Petrina was there. The building itself. But I guess before you took over, I never knew what went on in there. I never knew about it. And I did start noticing there's a lot more going on, a lot more activities since you took over. I know at first it was, I'm sure, a struggle. It was kind of, you know, started out challenging, started out slow, but now it's just like there's all sorts of events. Throughout the year, there's a lot of events.
Right.
Can you tell us some of those events?
Yes, and like I told you, it's very important that we focus on the culture, ¿verdad? Nosotros estamos enfocados en la cultura.
Sí.
Y todo es cultura. You know, you have the culture of well-being, you have the culture of music, you have the culture of culture, you know, culture of family. So that's the awesome thing about it, that there's never a dull moment and there's always something to do.
Sí.
Porque cultura se va en todo, ¿verdad? Entonces ahí tenemos desde clases de yoga, vas a encontrar una clase de yoga, vas a encontrar, ¿verdad?, clase de música, pero lo más importante también es donde empezamos las celebraciones. So we start out the year with celebrating Dia de Reyes, right? So we just had a rosca, but the neat thing about it is we got the community to do a pastorela.
Yeah.
So the community, in essence, brings in what they grew up with, and they bring it to the table, and then together we just kind of put it all, you know, together to celebrate. So we've done that. Right now we're getting ready to have our Crearte Expo. So that's more of a cosplay, like a Comic-Con.
Sí.
Eso viene en marzo. So that's very exciting because there too you're bringing the community together, you're bringing creativity. We're bringing artists together, and they're not just the local artists. We've been very blessed that we have a great partnership with EPF Media from Los Angeles. So they're bringing artists from out there. There's one in particular that I'm really looking forward to. His name is Olmeca, and he is a professor at the university, but at the same time he's a rapper. And he's a lot about social justice, about immigration, right? And doing it in a very educated way to where we're really addressing the issues, you know, so that's amazing. Para nosotros es bien importante que lo que estamos haciendo culturalmente también sea educacional, ¿verdad? Entonces, esta conferencia que viene de Crearte es algo muy especial para nosotros, ¿verdad? También ahorita estamos colaborando con la ciudad de Brownsville con el proyecto de Crossroads. No sé si has escuchado de Crossroads, a little bit of what we're going to be doing.
Sí, sí, a little bit made a picture, you know, that Brownsville is the crossroad almost
Exactly.
of the world.
Of the world. And it's amazing that we're going to be celebrating it. And for us, again, tremendous blessing that we're going to be a part of it. So the Crossroads celebration is going to be during the week of Charities. So starting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of Charity week, we're going to have different things going on. So it's a festival, really, ¿verdad? So el festival este va a tener film. So it's going to be having the film portion of it. It's going to have politics. So renowned people are going to come and address issues, of course, in a very, educated way, very going to bring the community together. We're going to sell food. So a lot of chefs, not only locally, but outside, not only from the U.S., but Mexico are also coming because we're collaborating with Consulado de Mexico. So they're bringing also some nice chefs. There'll be a lot of music. So there's going to be music and of course the food. So it's a great celebration for Brownsville. It's the first one and it's the first time of its kind because it's binational, international. And so there's some artists that are there, they're here. One of the blessings that we have here in Brownsville is that we have RJ Meaty living here already in our community.
Yeah.
¿Te imaginas un artista de Hollywood que ha ganado premios? Aquí vive en Brownsville. Entonces él está apoyando mucho este proyecto. So you're going to get to see him as well, get to know him a little bit more, and this is what's coming up with Crossroads. So those are the two main events that are coming up at the beginning of the year. And of course, some of our main events will be the Dia de los Muertos that we always celebrate. That's
I've been part of that.
You've been part of the Dia de los Muertos. I mean, that's fantastic because that's what we kind of culminate everything that we do in our center because we include the danza, we include the dancing because we have folkloric group dancing. Then we bring in, of course, the other traditions, the food that is very important. We do the walk from the Panteon. I mean, we actually start our walk at the cemetery, and the whole thing is to celebrate life. So es una celebración de vida. Mucha gente no lo entiende, pero really, Dia de los Muertos, that's what it is. We celebrate life. We celebrate our loved ones who are no longer with us physically, pero aquí están. So I love that celebration. And then we collaborate with different nonprofits, different organizations. We celebrated last year the Mexican ancient cultures.
Yeah.
And that's also going to be happening this year. We also celebrated a flamenco festival. So we have people coming from Spain and Mexico City. So tratamos de conectarnos con los diferentes artistas. Hay muchos artistas que aunque son bien famosos, les gusta servir a la comunidad. So they don't mind coming over and sometimes they just say, you know what, just pay for my airfare and we'll figure it out, which is amazing for us. That's a tremendous blessing because that opens up a lot of opportunities to be able to serve the community as a whole. And then we have our festivales, we have our regular festivals where we showcase our kids.
Yes.
We participate in the Conjunto Festival because we have a Conjunto. Oh, that's really neat. I want to share with you. We just got some instruments donated from the Jimmy Gonzalez family.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that amazing?
That is
when they
awesome.
heard that we had a Conjunto program and that we were struggling because we don't have instruments, just for y'all to know, we are a 501c3 organization. So what that means is that we don't receive really any money from anyone. We do most of our fundraising, some grants here and there, shout out to HEB that just sponsored our music program with $10,000. So really that's like our first big grant. So we started this year with a great boom, muy bendecidos de empezar este año con esta bendición. HEB nos acaba de donar para nuestro programa de música. So so having said that, it's very important that we create opportunities for ourselves. So a lot of our festivals, we do it to showcase our kids, but sometimes we don't have the instruments or, there's always something lacking, but there's always really good people. Like the Gonzalez family, that they saw we had a need, that we wanted to do a conjunto program, but we didn't have the acordeones and the bajos sextos. Those are very expensive instruments. So what they did is they included us in their festival to honor the memory of Jimmy Gonzalez. They fundraised money and then they bought us our instruments so that we could continue
that's
the
excellent.
program.
That's great.
So isn't that great that we're able to do that in collaboration with other organizations, with other people that see the importance to invest in our culture, to invest in our children, to invest in our families. So there's some of the things that we're out there. I think we can go on and on and on. And again, these are great opportunities.
Yes, and I see the excitement in you talking about all these events. But apart from all that, what does Hilda do on her own time? How do you have fun?
How do I have fun?
Yes, because all that seems so busy. Like your whole day is so full of activities and planning and this and that. When do you have time for yourself to have fun or relax, whatever you prefer to do? What does Hilda do?
Right. Well, like I mentioned, right now, danza. That's like what I do. I love it. So I just did danza. You can start me sweating. It's like cooling off, But I try to usually on Sundays you don't see me other than at church. So that's for me. Sunday is a very holy day. I just go to church. Then from there I'm pretty much at home. Really enjoying being there on couch, just watching TV. But it's really neat for me. Life-giving is really singing with the children at church because I have a children's choir. So if you ever want to say hi, I'm at Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Is this thing on?
It's
No, yeah. Hey, so I saw you in a magazine in the cover. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was that magazine about, and what was the story about?
Well, thank you so much. Yes, you know what? I was so excited to have been invited to participate in this project. Actually, shout out to Aurora Orozco and Miguel Roberts. Actually, they're the ones who put the story together. Aurora, she's one of the writers there. And so basically, the magazine is inspired. So they chose a couple of women from the valley that they could write a story on. And so the story basically was the whole initiation with the Carlotta Petrina Cultural Center, how we got started, more than anything because I'm a woman, right? And they felt that my story could inspire other women.
Talking about inspiration, what advice do you give anybody, but especially a woman, to follow? What do you tell them to, like, they want to follow your passion or something in life? What do you recommend to a woman?
Oh, mira, never to give up. We all have dreams, right? Especially when you're a little girl or you're growing up, you have those dreams, and sometimes we tend to put them on the back burner and forget about them. So I would say, don't ever let go of those dreams. They will happen. It might not happen overnight. You might need help from other women too, because women inspire each other and women support each other. So don't be afraid to ask for that advice or bring other people, to help out. Para mí es bien importante hacer las cosas en grupo. Hay unas mujeres bien, bien poderosas que te dan tanta fuerza porque tienen muchas experiencias, te dan esos consejos. So for me, the best advice that I could give somebody is never do things alone. You have your women around that can give you that strength, esa fortaleza que a veces necesitas para hacer las cosas, y no darte por vencido en tus sueños. Don't ever give up your dreams. Pursue it and have fun while you're doing it.
So you mentioned there's an event about a woman, or for women.
Yes, as a matter of fact, March is the month of International Women's Day, right? Actually, it's March the 8th. So we're gonna have an event over at the Brownsville Event Center on March the 4th, and it's strictly for women. So you can go, right? But you'll probably be outside. Just kidding. It is focused on women. So different organizations are coming together, to provide services. So it's going to be a very neat event. The first that we collaborate in. So this is in collaboration with Superior Health and Brownsville Healthy Communities. And so we're going to be out there. So bien importante, busquen la información. It's International Women's Day Celebration, March the 4th at the Event Center.
¿Y hay un tipo de edad para mujer o
It's
the age limit?
it's pretty much adults. There's going to be a very neat project that we're working on at Carlotta Petrina. There's going to be some monologues that some of the women in our community with Carlotta Petrina and Roca are preparing. So there's going to be some reading interpretation. We have some guest speakers such as Patricia Valenzuela who will be there. Our commissioner, Nurit Golonsky, will be, I believe, the MC. And there's other women that are coming together to put this event.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So one thing that we all know is that any nonprofit or any organization that's for the community, everybody needs help with funding.
Yes.
So there's businesses out there or people that would like to help and donate and or be actually part and volunteer of the organization. Because I know that it's Carlotta Petrina, and then it's also, what's the name?
It's the George Ramirez Performing Arts Academy. That's on 11th Street and Washington. That's a very neat project that, again, starting the 2020, we are undertaking. So Revival Cultural Arts, you can find us on www.revivalculturalarts.org, is the nonprofit. So under our care is the Carlotta Petrina that I talked about. That's on Madison and 15th Street. And there, we are going to keep our visual arts. That means that there you're going to find art, you're going to find ceramic classes, a lot of the cultural events, a lot of opportunities for local artists to exhibit, to perform. So we're going to keep it very active there. So the other project is the Performing Arts Academy. So what's going to happen at the Performing Arts Academy? All our dance programs, our music programs, our acting, film will be over there. So we're going to give it life. I would say mid-March, we should be there fully operational. So right now there are some classes going on there. We're having our guitar classes already there. We're getting ready to start a city choir. We have our Conjunto project that I mentioned. So those are some of the things that are already happening there. We're hoping for a nice, good contribution of instruments. So what does that mean? That 100 kids will have the opportunity to learn violin, cello, double bass, and the hope is to form an orchestra here in Brownsville. So it's amazing that we have great partners, amazing teachers. We have partners such as Bellas Artes, who are sending their instructors, Allegro Ballet. We have the Brownsville Piano Studio. We have the University of Texas RGV, it's the Rio Grande Valley. And we have a lot of people that love to contribute to the city and this project. And so we are always looking for the volunteers. We're always looking for instruments. Of course, monetary contributions helps pay the light bill. Pero we're very confident. Tenemos mucha confianza que hay mucha gente muy generosa, hay muchos negocios muy generosos y que están viendo los resultados. Si tú ves el resultado, si tú ves que al niño se le está dando un instrumento, no solamente es una herramienta de tocar ese instrumento, sino es una herramienta de vida. So many research has been done, the impact that music and dance and just the arts have on the development of children. The awesome thing about it, like I mentioned before, it's very inclusive and very holistic. So cuando haces un proyecto que incluyes a toda la familia, el impacto no es inmediato y se acaba ahí. Se prolongan generaciones.
Sí, porque la música le ayuda a la juventud que tenga más creatividad y sube su imaginación a otro nivel y luego de ahí pues les puede ayudar en maneras de pues también no nada más dinero, pero que tengan el fuego de una pasión.
Exactamente.
Y si, como está diciendo Hilda, si tienes un instrumento que puedes donar un instrumento, no tiene que ser un negocio, puede ser alguien que quiera ayudar a la comunidad. Yo tengo tiempo atrás ya conociendo a Hilda y les puedo decir que todo el dinero o todos los recursos que entregan a su ordenación sí se usan para lo que están diciendo que se van a usar. Hablando de programas, a mí me gusta mucho el programa que tienes for the elderly.
Sí, Art from the Heart.
Art from the Heart. ¿Puedes dar un poquito de este programa?
Sí, mira, igual, ¿verdad? Regreso a lo que te mencionaba. Nuestro proyecto es muy inclusivo. So for us, being very mindful of who are the components of a family. Yes, Art from the Heart. That's a very, very, I feel that all our projects are very special. And let me tell you why. because it's the community that puts them together. So I'm going to talk to you about two very special projects that we have right now. Art from the Heart is focused on the elderly, nuestros ancianitos, ¿verdad? Y segundo, ancianitos no porque estén viejitos, sino que es ese respeto a nuestros mayores que tenemos que siempre conservar. So, tenemos un proyecto en donde personas de la tercera edad se reúnen, vienen y están aprendiendo a pintar, están aprendiendo a tocar la guitarra, están bailando y otra vez vuelvo a lo mismo, ser inclusivos y respetar y honrar, ¿verdad?, a nuestros mayores. Para nosotros es muy importante y hemos visto que a través de este proyecto estas personas no solamente se sienten incluidos, sino que empiezan a socializar y luego empiezan a vender su arte. So it's been very, very cool to see that they paint, they come together, they learn how to play an instrument, and then we're selling their art at a farmer's market, and they're making a little bit extra cash. So that's just amazing on how beautiful art, music, can impact the community.
And Brenda, you mentioned that we went to Lunala, and I interviewed this lady that she had some art, and she actually did the art in one of those events of Carlotta Petrina.
Yes. So this is amazing, and it's just paying it forward. No lo aprendimos nosotros. We learned it. Somebody taught it to us. It's beautiful to be able to share it, right? The other project that I'm very excited about is our group called Damas. This is an initiative that I started 10 years ago. When I first started the whole thing with Carlotta Petrina, trying to get that backbone that would support the nonprofit, and just trying to get creative with it. I tried it didn't work. It wasn't time. It wasn't, everything's in God's time. So I feel that was not the time. Right now I have this great feeling that it is time. So Damas, really it's an acronym. Es un acrónimo para la palabra danza, dance, acting, music, art, society. But it's focused on women, ¿verdad? Entonces, muchas de las personas que traen a los niños a nuestros eventos, a las clases, son las mamás. So I figured, well, how do I incorporate, how do I get these women not only to, be there and see their children, but how do we empower them? So aside from them being that advisory board that's going to help with some fundraising, and that's important, but the main focus is how do we empower these women to be able to come and learn and come together and sit down and be part of a society, a society. So I'm excited because we're going to be wearing hats every time we meet. We're going to be doing a lot of things for women, especially different speakers, again, going back to that empowerment. So el propósito de este proyecto es empoderar a la mujer, pero al mismo tiempo que ellas puedan crecer, no solo en todos los aspectos, espiritualmente, emocionalmente, mentalmente, educacionalmente, pero también que esas sean las mujeres que continúen este proyecto. Nosotros no somos eternos. I wish I would live forever, but I'll wait for my eternal, life with God, and I know that somehow, somewhere, somebody needs to take over. So I'm very excited about preparing these women, because these women are going to prepare their children, and so it's going to carry on for as long as there is that interest, right? So it'd be our little children, our little girls who will become part of this, and so it's just that empowerment, passing on. Para mí es muy importante esa tradición, esa bendición. I grew up in Mexico, mis abuelitos eran que les besabas la mano y te daban la bendición. So all those are really dear to my heart, and I feel this is a way of passing it down. That we don't never let it go, and then the more you educate people, the more they practice it, and it passes on to the next generation. So that's another project that's coming up. And so this is open to everyone, like any women that would want to be part of it could be part of it, and the Damas are gonna make their debut in that event that I told you about at the event center, because these are the ladies who are gonna present their monologues.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's something we have right there for it.
And to sign off, there's a quote or a saying that you told me a couple of times, and I've been having it, holding it in my heart a lot. But I want you to say the one they said about it's better to have so many friends than one rich person.
Oh yes, yes. You know, sometimes people ask me, what advice you give someone who wants to start projects like this, right? You need money. A lot of times people stop what they want to accomplish because they don't have, or they feel that they're not going to have the money, right? And a very good friend of mine one day told me, pursue your dreams, go for it, because it's better to have 1 million friends than $1 million, because it's your friends who are going to help you pursue and help you achieve your dreams. So I'm being very blessed to have a lot of wonderful friends, you one of them, and I can truly tell you that there's been a lot of blessings, and I can truly tell you that many hands make light work. So when you have a lot of friends and they come and help you carry the load, and you have fun in the process, that's what makes it really worthwhile.
Well, we're signing off till
Friday, open 11:30 to close, 10 every day. Weekends varies. Friday through Saturday will be also 11:30. Sundays will be 12:30, and then the rest of the week will be 10 o'clock.